Well, Charles's ideas right away attracted me because he tried to take, or he did take, an architectural design, and he really made it better for the space that I had. And then he asked a lot of questions, and um, mostly about my lifestyle and what I was looking to do in the backyard. He walked the backyard with the drawings, and we immediately started, some things popped out, and he immediately brought those to my attention. And those were more of things that he thought were a little bit too overwhelming in the design, and he wanted to make them less subtle, something not as noticeable, so that the backyard as a whole looked very beautiful. I thought that with an architect, I could use the architect as a designer and he could help me with the subcontractors, but I quickly learned that the designer is a very important piece to having your yard come out in a functional, beautiful way. And most architects, I shouldn't say most, but my architect had a hard time. The design was, it wasn't very functional, it was not proportioned correctly, and as a designer, Charles came in and really blended things and made them, the scale of them, a lot more beautiful, and also was more functionally useful for me and my family. If you see the pictures of my yard, you'll see that there's a pool and a jacuzzi, and then there's an area where we sit off the pool to enjoy the pool and eat and dine and maybe just visit and socialize. Charles blended those three areas very nicely so that they all really work together. And at any one time, they can be used individually, or if they're all being used at the same time, it seems like they all seem to come together really well. We had a very good relationship as an owner and designer. He never really pushed on me something I didn't like. He did a lot of listening. And most of all, he took the space in my house, which is about 30 years old, and he made it such that it didn't look like a brand new home or development. It retained the design, but just added these elements that weren't there before and beautified the backyard. He really focuses on not making something look too, take on too much importance, to use his words, and to really have a sense of scale in the backyard so that you don't notice any one thing, but it looks beautiful. To use his words, he always say, it looks beautiful, but you don't know why when you're looking at it. He sees things through to the very end. He works with subcontractors real good. You know, that can be a very testy thing to do, but he hangs in there and he's very respectful with them. And we've had a couple contentious moments with subcontractors, and he always is very patient, and he makes sure that they get the job done. So yes, I would recommend him highly.